welcome to my video. So in this video I'm going to be basically showing you guys that I set up NixOS with the latest. So it's basically running the latest release. This is the 24.11, which is it's the latest you can get. I'm using kernel 6.9.2, and you may see that I'm running this in X11. Now the reason why I'm running this in X11 is that I did add mode settings in my configuration file. So if you look at here, I added NVIDIA non-free beta. So basically I added so I enable OpenGL. So load NVIDIA drivers for Xorg and Wayland. So basically video driver is NVIDIA. I disable this because if I use frame buffer dev, what happens is that it will load up Wayland. It won't give me that blank screen. This is why I'm in X11, because when I have mode settings apparently enable, it won't work. But it will work if I have frame buffer on. Now, I don't want to use frame buffer. I know people's like, oh, this fixes the problem. No, it doesn't, because what it's doing is, if you have mode settings enable and you enable frame buffer device or whatever it's called, this basically, bypassing mode setting. So hardware, NVIDIA. So basically I just keep it normal. I use mode settings .enable, and so it's true. So by default, running my session should be mode settings. The blank screen I get usually when mode settings is not working, but it should be working. So basically I have all that disabled. So basically package, I'm using beta, which is 555.42.02. So I'm using the latest kernel. Service enable. So that's all good. So I'm just checking to see here. Do I need to like, is there like a different like where it says here NVIDIA, is there a different, like, because I know I'm not using there's open basically is the open source drivers. I have that disabled. So most settings is working, obviously, I think, because I mean I wouldn't be able to use it. Also, when you use xinit or NXI, it doesn't work properly, but I am using my drivers. But if I go to Wayland session on KDE on SDDM, it will just be a blank screen. But if I enable frame buffer, it will work, but Discord won't work because my GPU is not working. It's running in a frame buffer mode. It's not running the 3D acceleration. I believe I'm running it now in X11. Now, when you do a sudo NixOS -rebuild switch, so when you make all these profiles, how do I delete the old ones? Because I have like 25 now on this thing. So if I go to cd slash nix slash var slash cd nix cd profiles. So I have a lot. So if I just delete these manually, does that will it take it all away? Like, is that like bad practice? If I delete, like, let's say like I delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and basically keep the last one, or how does that work? Or if I just delete them all and just redo my thing, because I do have a lot of them. I just want to like yeah. Anyways, I'm trying to like I know there's a way like you can use anyways, that's like, if anybody knows like how I can delete my profiles, like, because I do have a lot on my bootloader because I've been reconfiguring, because like I think that's a way to update the system as well. There is NixOS, is it sudo nix channel, and then there's update, I think. So let's try upgrade. I'm not sure that even knows this thing. So like every time, like I know there's also NixOS -rebuild, and then you do a switch, and then there's dash. Is it update or upgrade? I don't know. There's a lot of different ways to use this system. Oh yeah, it's upgrade all. Upgrade all updates to root user channel name NixOS before rebuilding the system. Pass and upgrade all updates all the root user channel. Okay. So I have it set up where it does it automatically. I have it set up right here where it does it automatically. Where did I put it? And right here, system auto upgrade, enable system auto upgrade, allow reboot. So I guess there was like a timer in SysMD that it will do an upgrade. But I haven't. I think it's just a way that you can just delete all your profiles, right? Like after so many days. I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But if anything, like I need some help with NixOS. I mean, I'm learning. I'm reading the handbook, but the handbook is. I don't know. I find people can explain it better. Like just there's different ways to explain it. So I mean, there's all kinds of ways. But like whoever's watching this video and does use NixOS, like I'm willing to learn. Like I don't know everything, but like if you guys can help me out with a few things, like how can I maintain my profiles? Like if I want to get rid of them, because I do have a lot of them now. And how you maintain your system and how you update your packages. Like what is the best way of doing updates and upgrading your system? Like you know how you do with Pac-Man, you do like a dash SYY and then a capital SYU, to update your system. Like what is the way of doing that with NixOS? I know I'm kind of like explaining that a little bit how I think, or else how I've been doing it. Other than that, this system works good. I really like the NVIDIA problem is a big problem. I don't want to use frame buffer mode because I know that it'll work with frame buffer enabled, but you don't want that. People think like, oh, it's working. You don't want that. Believe me, you don't want that. What you want is mode setting to work properly. In Arch Linux, you set up mode settings, it works properly. I don't know what's going on with it's obviously working because the drivers are working, because like I have the module, it has to be working, because it wouldn't say that, like. And also, like, I don't know how you can get just working. I know you can do like sudo nix env -i capital I install. So xdpy info. I'm not sure. Does that gotta do NixOS. Can you do package like that? That's not. Yeah, it's nothing like that, eh? Alright, I don't know. I'm just guessing here at this point. So there is no. I did install a toy box, which gives you some stuff, but it's really missing like your GPU. Well, it shows like what's rendering, but it doesn't show your graphic card. Like doesn't display that. It's wonder what it gives you for the system. So that works pretty good. So let's do motherboard. That works fairly okay. Okay, that works. Just, I think the graphic card is just, something's wrong because it says like mode settings unloaded. See, unloaded. I just, like, I have it enabled. It just doesn't seem to want to work. Even if I use a frame buffer, it still says unloaded as well. So I don't know. Drivers loaded NVIDIA, and then it goes unloaded mode settings. I don't know. So if anybody can help me out with this, like with the NVIDIA drivers, that'd be great. Or just any tip. Like, I got it working pretty good. It's running well. I'm kind of understanding it. I did back up my configuration files because I do I like my configuration files. I just drop them in Pastebin so I can use them in the future. Like if I need them or like it's a backup if something goes wrong. But yeah. So if anybody can help me out with the proprietary NVIDIA drivers, the latest 555.42.02. At the moment, I'm getting blank screen because I know most settings is not working with my Linux kernel 6.9.2. So any help or any advice would be appreciated. Anyways, guys, thanks for the watch. I will be doing some more videos on NixOS. And watch me pretty much being a newbie on a system, which is great because I'm pretty good with other Linux distributions, and I'm new at NixOS, and it makes it fun for me because I'm learning a new system. Because when you use Linux for a long time, you kind of just get used to all these other distributions. You know how most of them all work, right? So it's just kind of like gets boring after a while. Like it's just like it just gets like boring. So like NixOS to me is like it's putting the fun back into Linux again. Well, or at least right now. But once I learn really NixOS is pretty good, it'll probably get boring as well. But I like the system. I like NixOS. I'm gonna stick with it. I'm actually gonna use it as my main system for my Linux system. It's gonna be NixOS. I love Arch Linux, but I do prefer NixOS. Like I think it's really growing on me a lot. I just need to learn it better. But even though like I'm new at it and I don't know all the features that it can do and what I can do with this system, I'm still want to choose this over Arch Linux. I won't give up. I won't give it up. Even though like if I'm having problems with NVIDIA drivers, I still prefer this over Arch Linux. And give me a few more weeks. I'll give you all the reasons why I do like using the system. But right now, I just want to get things sorted out. And then I'll give you all my reasons why I like NixOS. But I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I like it. I think it's pretty stable. It doesn't break either. I just like the way it manages packages, and it has all the software I need. So I'm not being limited to anything. I like this a lot better than Gen 2 as well. People say this is a lot more harder to maintain than Gen 2. I think Gen 2 is harder. I think Gen 2 is a lot more maintenance than compared to NixOS. To be really honest, I use Gen 2 a lot, and I know Gen 2 pretty well. I say NixOS is less maintenance, even less maintenance than Arch Linux as well. I find I like it. It's pretty stable. I mean, other than not getting those settings working, my only problem with the system is not getting most settings working. But other than that, everything else works pretty good. Like everything, I don't have any issues with running software or have any problem. It's just I'm like the proprietary drivers, the beta one. I hadn't went back. I don't know how to downgrade it. Do you just put like production in in the configuration file where it says beta? Do I just change it to production? I don't know. Anyways, help would be appreciated. Thanks for the watch, guys. And I'll bring back another video once I fix things, because I will fix things eventually. So yeah, I forgot to install that. Does it even have it? Let's try that. Let's try Nix. I wonder if they have Kava and on here. I'm not sure if it does, but let's see if it does. And it does. Wow. Does it work? It worked out of the box. That was pretty fast. Oh, right on. So it has Kava right on the system. Like if you look at Arch Linux, this is in the AUR. Like on Nix, you can just install it out of the box. I like that. That's great. Works really well too. It doesn't like I have problems writing Kava on my audio system. I'm gonna try it out on my Beeling, but I know it works. It always works good in this system here. So let's load that into my configuration file. Cause it's a software I want. So let's put that in there. Oops. Okay. So yeah, cool. I don't have to regenerate. I already installed it, but just to have it there in my configuration file. Anyways, that is my video. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.